Hello, beautiful people. This is Brianna and
Brenda. We're with MUSE TV and Culturally Obsessed.
we're out here at Bar Sinister at Shriekfest 2019.
It's the Brenda and Brianna Show, the Brenda and Brianna Show. Stop by and see us. We're the craziest people around. It's Brenda and Brianna Show. Woo, woo, woo. All right, I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a story. So recently it was Hollywood Nights Horror Nights up at Universal Studios. And I've been on both sides of the carpet. I was a publicist for a long time. And I do Girls and Corpses magazine, which I created. So I have been doing the interviews here for many years. And so far, you're doing great. I just want to say, you're holding
I needed
the mic
to hear
beautifully.
that. Yes.
So I get up to Hollywood Horror Nights, and you know, they give you your spot in line. They put a little piece of paper down. It says your magazine. So I show up. They don't have me on the list. I'm really pissed off. They're kind of rude about it. So they go, finally, they go, we're going to put you at the very end. And I'm after all the school newspapers. I am the last person, and they never get to you, these on the line. They'll never get you. But there's a little problem is, I know Rob Zombie, I know Bill Moseley, I know Sid Haig, rest in peace, by the way, that's another story. So they all show up, they walk past everybody, and Rob comes up, and the people are like, how the hell did you do that? I'm like, they're friends of mine. Like, why are you putting me at the end?
Rude.
Yeah, Billy Moseley's a very good friend of mine. He's in two of my movies, Cynthia, which is streaming right now. Sid Haig's in it. It's streaming everyone, VOD, iTunes, On Demand, everywhere, DirecTV, everywhere you can watch it. And I have a new movie that Bill Moseley's also in called Exorcism at 60,000 Feet, which is coming out next year, and I just sold it. And that's a really wild movie. So very exciting. Okay, ask me some questions. I want to see your interview skills. Okay.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you've been working on lately? A little bit, any projects you've been working on?
That was Denise Gossett.
That's skill.
Okay, so I just was in the process of selling my Exorcism movie at 60,000 feet. I'm starting a movie in November that we're shooting. I have another movie overseas that I'm in production on, getting ready to do. So I'm always now, I stopped the magazine Girls and Corpses. It's still selling at girlsandcorpses.com. Have you ever heard of Girls and Corpses?
No, thank you. Can you tell me a little bit more of that so I can know and everyone watching can know a little bit more about?
What would you think Girls and Corpses would be about?
The best thing, death and
Hot women dying or
Hot
dead.
women and cold corpses.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
See, back when I was doing the magazine, you guys would have been, right? We could have put you in it.
Thank you.
We were a newsstand magazine sold worldwide. Matter of fact, Sherry Moon Zombie was on our first print cover. We've had a lot of celebrities, Danny Trejo, Penn and Teller, all sorts of celebrities involved in the magazine. Rob Zombie helped me kind of start it because Sherry was on our first cover. So that's how I kind of get to know everybody. Bill Moseley was on 2 covers. Sid Haig was on 3 covers. And I have to say, can you shout out someone that just died? Sid, why did you go? I love Sid Haig. I'm going to give you an exclusive. You know what an exclusive is in press, right?
Yes.
What's an exclusive?
something that nobody knows.
Well, you're going to know. Ready?
They know?
Yeah.
And they know?
Yeah, they can know.
Are you sure?
Okay, so I have on video at because I did dozens of shows. Sid and I would be signing. He'd be at my booth because, you know, we do stuff. So I asked him once, what would you like on your tombstone? And he thought about it, and he laughed, and he said, he was a fucking asshole.
That's what he wanted.
That's what Sid
In
Haig.
word.
Yeah. He was a fucking asshole. Now, you have to understand Sid Haig, because he's not a fuck. If you were a fucking asshole, you couldn't say it. Yeah, he's a very funny guy, you know?
And did you do it? Did you write
Did I put that on the tombstone? Well, it's interesting you said that. I'm going to suggest it to the family.
Okay.
He was a fucking asshole. I don't know if they're going to go for it.
What do you think about that? Yeah.
I think it's kind of weird. Yeah, they're not going to go for it.
Messed up.
But do you know who Sid Haig was?
No, can you please tell everyone?
More people out there are freaking right now. So Sid did like 200, 300 movies and TV shows, but Rob Zombie resurrected his career with House of a Thousand Corpses. He's the guy with the clown makeup, the clown guy. And then he did, the sequel was The Devil's Rejects. And now the third in the series is Free from Hell. It's out right now. It is mean, it is vicious, it is violent. It's going to piss you off, and it's gory and horrible, but it's fun. So are you going to see it?
I will see it.
Okay.
We will all go see it.
All right. What's your favorite horror movie?
She's always sees it before.
Look, here, you got to do that.
Why?
You gotta keep it about there.
Can you read?
It smells interesting. I don't know where it's been.
Okay, can I ask one more question?
Yeah, ask me one more.
Can you please tell us about your car?
Okay, I have a couple cars. One is I have a 1959 Cadillac hearse, a Miller Meteor, which really is the Ghostbusters car, but I left it as a hearse.
Okay.
And it's been in a lot of music videos. It was in George Clooney's movie Suburban. But do you know who Avril Lavigne is, or are you too young?
We do. We do know who she is.
Her new music video, if you watch, it's called I Fell in Love with the Devil. She is driving my hearse and singing in that music video. Well, they have to rent it for me, but yes, I let them do it. Now I just bought a 1957 Ford LAPD police car.
Oh.
And I'm going to be up the True Blue Gala up at the police department with the mayor and the chief of police, and they're all jonesing for my car. And Jay Leno,
right.
well, we should go for a drive. It's got everything.
Go for a drive right now.
You think so? All right, we're just going to go. Goodbye. We're going to leave now. Bye. We're leaving.
Brought you here, and what are your roles in Shriekfest?
Oh, okay. Well, mostly I love Denise. Last year I was a judge of short films. This year I'm here as a friend.
Okay, just
and also
support.
the horror community is like a little family.
The best community out there.
And
I love it.
And we always want to see each other, so we never miss a chance to do it.
And there wouldn't be a horror fest without any of you guys. The real characters, the behind, the classic movies.
Thank you. And Corpsy and I have a movie coming out called Exorcism at 60,000 Feet.
Yes.
With Lance Henriksen and Bill Moseley and Adrian Barbeau.
Yes, we just interviewed him, right?
Oh, you did? Okay,
Yes,
that's old news then.
No. Can you give us anything you could tell us about that? Anything special about that movie?
Anyway.
Before we
What
see
else can
it?
we get out of you?
Oh, well, we have a whole documentary coming up called In Search of Darkness. It's very exciting. Every single horror person on Earth is going to be in it. I'm surprised they didn't cut me, because that's how big these people are. And I'm going to do a panel for them at Beyond Fest. And it's 4 hours long, so get ready.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Can we squeeze in here?
You guys are amazing.
You're amazing. So, Tess, you wrote a screenplay.
We wrote a screenplay. We're in the
Obviously,
finals.
yes.
It's called Dark Noise. And we're very, very excited to be here. We've been waiting for this pretty much for the last 4 months. We've been getting worked up for it. So.
I come from a screenwriting background, so I
really?
love. Yes.
What do you like? What do you write?
Oh, I write usually black comedy, but horror's in my heart.
Black
Horror
comedy.
is on everyone's heart today.
Yeah. But black comedy and horror, it's like sci-fi. They travel in the same bunch. It's the same. Yeah.
Yeah, so Dark Noise is really about normalizing the horrific, and then what
Which
could actually happen.
nobody would know what that's about when people can't have a grasp on reality. They just
What
believe
is
whatever.
reality? What the hell is that?
They just make it up, and then everybody's like, "Oh, I believe that," and so we're like, "That's our horror story. That's the worst thing we could possibly think of."
You know what's true too? If you just say something to someone, or you're just serious about it, they believe you.
Or you say it 3 times.
No, I do it all the time.
3 times is all it takes.
I'm like, oh yeah, that guy, he died.
Right.
He died. He choked on cotton balls. I don't know what happened.
No question.
It's like, that guy died. He died.
Yeah, no,
He's standing right next to you, dude. So. No, your mind. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
That's the world we live in, actually.
Yeah, for sure. And so that was the scariest part about the new world in which we inhabit. There are amazing things in this world. There's technology. You can do whatever you want to do. You can film. You can do whatever. Except the dark side to that is that reality can be bent to very bad people's will. And so what we asked the question was, what if those bad people weren't bad people but bad things? And so that's where Dark Noise came from.
That's where your inspiration came from, basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
That sounds amazing. I'm a fan. I'm on board.
All right, cool.
And we're sold. We're sold this quick.
Congratulations for being here.
Thank you so much, guys.
Lovely to talk to you.
Thank you for your time.
Where can we find the progress of what's
You can go to a Bad Poe. She's Jennifer Badasci. I'm Christopher Allen Poe.
Good name, Jennifer.
So badpoe.net.
Perfect.
We have 2 scripts in competition.
Between one another? Between one another? Competition between one another? Just kidding. Are you guys going to fight right now?
Yeah, we'll just duke it out.
Yeah, oh man,
Man,
it's a show,
dude.
we always do that.
Okay, tell us about your screenwriting.
The first script is a Lovecraftian horror short called Shock Troops. The second script is kind of an over-the-top, violent, bloody creature film called The Dark Red Night of Hatchet Valley.
My favorite. All my favorite things.
Sorry, The Blood Red Night of Hatchet Valley. You would think it's my own title.
I know. It's like, didn't you create that?
lot going on in the
It's a
title.
mouthful, yeah.
I'm ready.
So much
Wait,
blood.
repeat it one more time so you can get it right.
The second one is kind of over the top creature feature, lots of gore and blood, called the Blood Red Night of Hatchet Valley.
Blood Red Night.
Hatchet Valley.
Can you say that?
Yes.
We'll try to say it 3 times.
Later, we'll practice it.
Sorry,
If you say it 3 times, it appears in the mirror.
That's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of your night.
Katie and I wrote it together, and I guess what I can say is that it really started as sort of a joke that just snowballed.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Big time. Yeah.
And so that was sort of the most fun, was actually taking something that really began as just
I've been watching it grow like as your baby, like a weird inside joke.
and then watching
So
it
you guys
become a
came
real
together.
thing. Yes.
Oh.
Kept like playing with it and joking about it, and then it was like, maybe this is actually a short, and then we sent it to, I was like, there's only one person that we could ask to direct this, and I sent it to Barret, and I was like, oh god, Barrett's either never going to speak to me again, or he'll be all in, and he was like, I'm so honored, I'm definitely doing this.
This is like a great support group you guys have. And you guys all believed in each other, and look what happened.
And then we had to only cast our friends as actors because no one else would ever agree to do what happens in this movie. And everyone was so game, and it's been really fun. Yeah. What was the time? I want to watch, but I was so bad.
Baby Bird.
Simple, okay. Baby Bird. We're playing Sunday at 2 o'clock. Okay, awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Can we give us a little background on what you...
Yeah, so I'm here with an unproduced feature screenplay. It's called the Suburban Kaleidoscope. I just took second at Film Quest, so I'm like on the top of the world already. But it's a creepy little ghost story about a house in a stretch of like suburban housing where everything looks the same.
Okay.
And in that house where everything looks the same, there's a little family that is your just generic like suburban family, and their son commits suicide. And as they struggle with grief and like trying not to fall apart, their daughter begins to believe that their son has come back to haunt them.
Oh gosh, okay.
And so it kind of ends up being like Hereditary meets Coraline. Dark, but in almost a fairy tale way.
Okay. In the beginning, I was getting like Twilight Zone vibes, and then I wasn't.
It goes a little bit that way, actually. Yeah. I really like how the Twilight Zone mixes like science fiction with horror.
Yeah, I was getting that in the beginning.
And they give you a lesson too. You notice that? Like they'll have like the Nazis in there, and they'll show you like, hey, don't be a Nazi. Or they'll have like lessons learned. So is there a lesson behind this?
Exactly.
Or is it?
Yeah, I would say I think the lesson as it really comes through is that to survive as a family, you have to come together as a family. But while doing that, it's really exploring grief and how grief rips people apart, both physically at times.
And people watching that can relate and hopefully helps them out.
I certainly hope so.
If I could ask this, does the boy or the son, does he have a unsent message?
As a matter of fact, he does.
Are we getting too much now?
No. It plays out as they kind of solve this mystery of why there's a ghost through a final webcam recording. Yeah.
You got to modernize it like that these days, right?
You absolutely do.
You got to do it. You got to mix it in, keep the young ones excited, and you got to keep them going.
Definitely.
You got to keep us going. We're gonna go. We love horror, so. But thank you so much for talking with us. Anything in the
thank you for
future
having me.
that we could look out for? Any future projects 2020?
I'm writing a supernatural western that takes place in the Utah Salt Flats.
I love it. That's a mouthful, but I love it.
I know. Fingers crossed. I'm really excited, and we'll see where it's at next year.
Yeah,
we're definitely gonna look out for that.
We'll see you next year then.
Definitely.
Thank you.
So I have a film here. Not film. It's actually 2 screenplays. A short one called Finding You, which is a love story between a necrophiliac and a cannibal.
Wow, that's something you don't hear about every day.
So beautiful. And then I have a feature film screenplay based off a short film that went to Cannes called The Kind Ones. And yeah, I have 2 screenplays there. I feel really blessed,
You should be blessed. Congrats. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
I like the first one. It sounds very interesting. Very interesting. Exactly. What? Where'd you get the inspiration from?
I wrote it on Christmas Day as a treat to myself.
What?
You wouldn't see those two connections, but
I don't know. That's what the holiday season just makes me think of these things. Holiday cheer.
Some people wake up and go to work, and some people wake up on Christmas and want a beautiful, beautiful tale told.
Exactly.
Beautiful love story.
Look out for this film, for the necrophiliac film.
You should look out. Last year I had a screenplay here called Morning Meal, and we just finished the film today. So it's all done in post now. So I'm gonna submit it for next year over here. The Kind Ones, it has it already has 1/3 of its $2 million budget. So all these things hopefully will be coming out this year and the next one. So
Awesome, thank you. Thank you.
What is your favorite film? I would like to know.
I know. It's like you're writing.
It's very bizarre, but it used to be. So I have 3 favorite films, but
We said one.
I'll just I'll just say the weirdest one would be Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh yes. That's a really good one. The way it ends,
It's beautiful, horrible,
Exactly.
and thought-provoking all at the same time. So emotional.
Provoking, definitely.
And if you've ever struggled as a kid or been in abusive situations, you really connect with that film, I feel like.
Yes. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you have a great night.
So, can you please introduce yourself to our audience, Muse TV?
Okay. Hello, my name is Travis Heerman. I am an author and a screenwriter.
What exactly?
My script here at Shriekfest is called Where the Devil Resides. It's a supernatural apocalypse now feature film.
Into it.
That's my favorite. The end of the world, emergency, that human instinct comes out. Even when I watch it, I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm going to go to Costco or Sam's Club, and I'm going to build a moat. That's what I'm going to try to do. So
you're saying that people need you on their zombie apocalypse team.
Me,
Okay.
I'm ready. I'm always on alert. Fight or fight.
Because she's a mom. What was your inspiration for your screenplay?
For this story, it was I kind of wanted to write a neo-pulp kind of heroine. So one of the leads is a Santeria priestess who's an escaped Cuban slave, because this is set in right after the American Civil War.
Okay.
So there was that, and then there was Joseph Conrad's novel Heart of Darkness, Apocalypse Now, the film, and that's kind of where it came from.
This is my 7th year as a finalist, and I've won once, and I'm hoping to win with the feature version again. It's very.
You're a winner. If you win once, you're always a winner. Just think about it that way.
It's the all BR. Please let us.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You got to put that beer away. Just kidding. I'm kidding. You're a winner.
Wait. It's over here.
It's in your imagination.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Okay, what brings you to Shriekfest? Do tell.
Yes, our short is We Die Alone.
Yes.
Short film.
Yeah. Yes, I'm Marc. Ooh, it's like people, we all do. No, it's kidding.
Eventually. It's really sad when you say it out loud.
I told her too, I'm like, man, I think I'm obsessed with death or something. Not even in a bad way. It's just, you gotta accept that shit, you know?
Yes, you do. You have to. It's like...
Always on the mind.
Right?
I'm like, I'm getting old. I'm closer to death.
That's exciting. But but you still have some life. You've made it,
Yes.
We live every day, but we die alone. That's good.
Tell us.
Yes. Can you tell us anything special about the film that we could look for when we watch it? Anything special? Anything special we could look forward through the film? That's something that comes from you guys? Anything?
Yeah, well, I mean, definitely. Well, the movie is about kind of it's about being single and dating and dating in the world, and how people can stand in their own way of finding meaningful relationships. So I made a thriller about that. So each character in the short kind of represents a facet of how someone stands in their way. So one person's romanticizes everyone. One person is like stuck in their shell, and another person, you know what I mean? So stuff like that. So I think that's something that I think everyone can relate to on some level.
Because you have all types of characters in the play.
Yeah,
exactly.
And then how three main characters and how they interact when they come together by chance.
So any future projects we could look out for so we could stalk you guys?
Any other projects?
Any future projects? Yeah.
Coming up this year,
Just
2020?
this one right now, but we are working on a feature.
Get ready.
He's going to be in Eddie Murphy's new film, Dolomite Is My Name.
Yeah.
So look for him.
Oh, you just mentioned that at the very end. Like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. Just leave with that. Hey, Mr. Humble.
Yeah, Netflix, October 25th. So, yeah, he's back.
Thank you guys so much.
Awesome.
Okay.
We gotta have the flavor in the middle.
All right.
Do I do this?
No!
Okay. Whatever you guys need.
So,
I'm used to it.
can you please tell us your name and what brings you to Shriekfest?
My name is Zach Dehm, and I'm the writer-director of a short film called Peep,
Peep?
that is screening on Sunday. Yes.
Peep.
Peep, like peephole.
Peep?
It's about a peephole, sort of. Yeah.
One people.
A specific people, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything, any inspo that you could let us know, like what was the inspo behind?
Inspiration behind it? Well, I really love the idea of being able to make films that are very simple and very effective, right? So, yeah, so something that could be short, told very easily, and not cost.
Is there relatable?
Yeah, it's a very simple premise. It's about a young woman who moves into a new apartment, and on her first night there, someone keeps waking her up in the middle of the night, knocking on her door. And every time she goes,
Sounds like my apartment.
yeah. Hey, and every time she goes to look, she can't quite see who this person is as she tries to see who it is through the peephole. So she tries to take matters in her own hands to find who this guy is.
Does she try to get like a Ghostbuster team kind of thing?
No, she just does it by herself.
And that's the best.
Independent woman. There you go.
That's right.
That's what we like to see these days. Keeping it hunting.
Yeah. But another inspiration was just I don't know if you're familiar with the movie Lights Out. It came out a few years ago. About the monster that comes out whenever the light is turned off and you turn the light back on. It was a short first.
I can see the correlation between those.
Yeah, it was a short first, and that short is it blew me away. It's credible, and it's so simple, and I mean, it turned out very well for them. So those kind of films really inspire me.
Yeah, exactly. Simplicity at its best. Yeah. I can see that. Awesome.
If I were to write something, it'll be a mix of White Noise and what's that one? The Thing and The Shining.
Oh yes, all those are inspirations.
I'd have all the mixed up in one. I don't know how. We're gonna make it happen, right?
Yes.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you.
Nice meeting you
Loving
guys.
the height and the energy. I know.
Thank
you.
I
For your height.
Bring him down there.
Never not think about you
We
now.
know you're a creep.
I am a creep. Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Barney Burman. I'm the co-writer and director of a movie called The Murdering Kind. The lovely woman to my right is a producer and writer, and she's the mastermind of the idea of this film. Then our star is Mr. Sam Boxleitner.
Hello. Yep.
And over to the left, we have our fellow producer, Scott Lochmus.
Let's just say there's always a great woman behind everything, right? Am I right?
This is true.
Am I right?
Let's just get that out the way real quick.
Behind every great woman, there's a creepy man.
There you go.
Exactly. That last part. Yes, wrap it up. Okay, any inspiration? What was your inspiration for it?
I'm going to leave that to Susie since she was the one who thought of it.
My inspiration, I was actually working on another film, and we were shooting at a location with a really creepy boiler room. And it was large enough that someone could get pushed inside and fit. And so that was where the idea first.
That's a quick inspiration. It was just kind of like a scene and it just happened. Okay.
Creepy boiler room. Creepy boiler rooms inspire any dark soul.
Definitely are.
That's my nightmares. That's where they are. But you know what? I feel like that's the best thing you could do is, okay, what, little things like that. I always thought about it. Okay, what can I make a movie about? And it's always those things that scared the shit out of me. When you think something's in the dark and you see that shadow, I can make a movie about that. Fear brings great horror films. Every time.
The boiler room.
And good date nights.
Yes. And the best, get a little scared, get a little closer, get a little hotter.
Yeah, get a little
And
hot.
the best thing about
Clothes come off, things get weird. I haven't seen the end of a horror movie in my entire life, actually.
What's your favorite? Can we get you guys' favorite film before we let you guys go? Favorite horror film?
Yes.
That's an impossible question to answer, but I would probably say Peter Jackson's Brain Dead's one of my favorites. I love it. It's not one that everybody knows, but they should know it. It's called Dead Alive here in the States, but it's just like the best damn movie.
I'll throw out one, The Exorcist.
Oh, okay. My mom won't let me watch it in her house. I had to leave her house to watch it.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
I'm gonna go with one of my early films I got to work on was also called Brain Dead, but it's a Roger Corman movie.
The Roger Corman.
That's right, and my face was on the box cover.
That's why it's called Peter Jackson's called Dead Alive here.
That's right. That's
because
right.
Roger Corman already did Brain Dead.
That's right, and it's my face on the box cover, all stretched into this weird frame. So I got to make the effects and be in it.
All right, last one. Favorite?
My favorite horror film is Tom Cruise's Cocktail.
Ah, okay, all right.
Fun fact, Barney is an Academy Award-winning special effects makeup artist. He has an Oscar in his home.
That does sound fun.
Well, thank you guys for blabbing with us, and we're going to look for you guys' films. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please, if you enjoyed this video and you like spooky content, give us a thumbs up.
And subscribe
below. Click that button. I want to hear it.